I literally was just trying to pee and I had women like pulling on the bathroom door, and I'm not good with attention. And he soaks that shit up. So I should have never told him don't go to the bathroom, because he jumped out of his seat so fast and ran to the bathroom just so everyone could like, oh, Raffi. I'm like in the bathroom just trying to pee, like, oh my God.
So you officially gained fans.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait. They were breaking down your bathroom door.
It was weird.
Because
Like for
of
real.
why?
Like
Yes.
they're knocking.
They're knocking and pulling on the door.
Maddie.
Jesus Christ.
Wait.
Welcome to KAWmedy Krow podcast, where we put the Ka in comedy.
All right, welcome to another episode of the KAWmedy Krow podcast, episode or number 30, season 3, episode 2. So we put the Ka in comedy. I'm your host, Christopher Key Tyler. I'm in my getup that I run the shows at Solaris Beer and Blending. The ski mask, I'm not the face of comedy entertainment, but I'm also co-piloted and partner in crime, the love of my life. She is not wearing a ski mask. Her name is Amy Quirk. Make some noise for Amy Quirk. All right. Yeah. And we have our Amy and I are happy to have our Raffi's third time on the show, Maddie's second, but it's weird because first off, let me introduce you. If you haven't met our one, we have a cup double date tonight.
Double date.
We're partying it up. We have Solaris beer. We've got beer on there, and we got beer over. We got lots of beer. Twisted tea. Yeah.
My tweez.
Okay.
That's so my sister's choice.
All right. Maddie Martin, everybody. Clap it up for Maddie Martin. She's right over there. She was on episode 23. And she was a co-piloted with or partnered with Raffi. And then Raffi was on 23 and 3. So we have 3, 23, 30. Yeah,
Dang.
333, baby.
Wow.
That's such, so many fun times.
Yeah, so many fun times. So lots of magics in the air. Last episode we talked about magic. We'll talk about conspiracy theories. But we're happy to have Maddie and Raffi on the episode because you guys you made history. And we were so proud of you. You were on Dr. Phil's episode in San Diego with Adam Ray.
Did you guys see it? I know, dude, that show gets a lot of traction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it. I would say I must have watched it 20 to 30 times.
Yeah, I mean it's about to hit 1 million right now. So.
I love it. Yeah, so no, one of my coworkers actually is like, dude, I have watched it 30 plus times. So yeah, it was. I mean, I feel like it was a really good episode. Not only were like what we did on there was super cool, but the whole episode
very different.
It was thoroughly good.
Yes.
Like all the way through.
I was applauding. We were watching it randomly, and I'm just like applauding. Like,
Seriously.
oh shit, that's rad.
Yeah.
Like you completely kicked his ass.
We'll get to that.
But
Hold on.
I think you guys should go over it.
Yeah, we want to
tell us about it.
Yeah, first off, I have to ask you, after watching the episode multiple times, like you, I don't know if I've watched as many times as Raffi, but first, 4 minutes in, they turned the house lights on, and he picked you out, and I think he mentioned that you were wearing his shirt, a Dr. Phil shirt, or that shirt.
This exact shirt.
Okay,
here.
so that's what got his attention. Is that correct, or was it pre-planned before? I have to know.
No, it wasn't pre-planned at
Wow.
all. Literally, just
Fate.
he had the house lights turn on, and then he goes, "My man in the Dr. Phil shirt, what's your name?" And I said, "It's Raffi." And then he goes, "Did you just make that up?"
Yeah.
So it was awesome, man. It was. I still go back to the night where she actually was the first one after it was all done. We got down and I looked at her and I was like, no way did that just happen. Is this, can you pinch me just to make sure that I'm not sleeping?
Right.
And she's like, I got to go to the bathroom. So she goes to the bathroom and then she comes back and goes, don't go to the bathroom. I was
That's what I want to ask you about.
I literally was just trying to pee and I had women like pulling on the bathroom door, and I'm not good with attention. And he soaks that shit up. So I should have never told him don't go to the bathroom, because he jumped out of his seat so fast and ran to the bathroom just so everyone could like, oh, Raffi. I'm like in the bathroom just trying to pee, like, oh my God.
So you officially gained fans.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait.
We were like-
They were breaking down your bathroom
Yes,
door.
It was weird.
Because
Like for
of
real.
why?
Like
Yes.
they're knocking.
They're knocking and pulling on the door.
Maddie.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, why?
I don't know. It was such a wild show. The crowd was absolutely intense. There was a fight in the crowd. I mean, just like
Holy shit.
the
I don't know if
energy
you
was
guys
just
got to
on-
watch the full one because you
Yeah,
have
we
to
watched the full
Yeah,
episode.
the
Yeah.
energy was just
no
on
the one
top.
on the one on Adam Ray, the uncensored one.
Oh, I don't know. if
Yeah,
I-
Yeah,
so
so
there's
there's if you go on Adam Ray's website,
Oh,
you
no, I
can
haven't
get
seen
the
that.
full episode where you
Oh.
actually see the two ladies fighting in the audience. And
Oh.
then there was a lot of it's an intense episode.
Spicy?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's
Okay.
a pretty intense episode.
Okay, real quick. I remember in the episode they had mentioned to Maddie something about like somebody almost got kicked out or something.
Yeah,
and
so
you
that
were
was,
like involved with
no,
that.
No. I just apparently looked like her, like 20 years
Oh,
younger, I guess.
okay.
But yeah, so that was part of the fight, and the lady was calling Tony Hinchcliffe a racist over a burrito.
Right.
And
Oh,
so
I vaguely remember hearing about
Yeah.
that. I think
it was
something about a
like I said,
burrito.
it was just a weird, energetic crowd.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it was just a little riff off that.
Okay, so so 4 minutes in, he picks you out, and then Tony comes out, and then it was like 20 minutes. I think I marked it. It was like 21 minutes in. They start the Kill Tony segment, and he just jumped right to you because you had mentioned that you were starting to do stand up,
Right.
and so he
Well,
gave you the opportunity. So this was again wasn't pre-planned.
No.
That's nuts.
Okay, so he sees your shirt.
So he sees my shirt, and then he asked me. He goes, "What do you do for a living?" And I say, "I'm a plumber." And then the whole crowd goes wild.
Right.
He goes, "How many fucking plumbers do we have
There's
in
a
here?"
bunch.
Right? So then he goes.
One Mario guy pops up. He's like, and his brother.
It's a me.
So then he asked me. He goes, "Was that always the dream?" And I said, "No, I want to be a stand-up." And he
Yeah.
goes, "How come you never did it?" And it was one of those things. I just said, I just don't have the balls.
Right.
And so then fast forward to when Tony comes up, he's like, "Anybody want to come up and do 60 seconds?" And I jumped out of my seat, and I'm jumping.
Yeah.
I think we were 4 rows away from the stage.
Yeah, you guys were close.
So as I'm like jumping up and down, that's when he goes, "You know what? We're gonna go with my man Raffi here. He says he always wanted to be a stand-up.
Yeah.
Let's bring him up here." And then I
And
went
then
up.
you jumped on the
I
stage.
jumped on stage.
Have you ever been
Oh,
that
that was
agile?
rad.
Like that was
Oh.
amazing. You jumped
It
and
was
slid.
swift.
Believe
was
it or
swift.
not, I'm pretty agile for a big guy. Like I'm pretty agile.
That
but
stage is tall too.
Yeah, it was. It was. And
I looked at it when they called me up. I'm like, yeah.
I thought it was hilarious when he goes, "I don't see parkour in your future, sweetheart."
because I think he saw me questioning it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
That's too good, man.
so then we end up doing she ends up coming up, because I totally bombed my interview, I think. And then
He didn't bomb.
they brought her up, and then she totally killed.
Mm-hmm.
So then we ended up still having the meet and greet afterwards. And when we go to the meet and greet, he ends up telling us that they wanted to have 4 people go up and do the 60 seconds. But me and her had done so good. They were like, "We just got to end it with them."
Right.
cap it right
Keep
there.
Yeah.
it. Keep it.
Yeah.
Keep the energy high.
Basically, yeah. So it was awesome. I can't wait to go to Austin because we plan on making a trip out there this year. And even if I just come across Tony, I'll be like, "Where's my where's my big joke book, dog?" Because I never got it.
What do you think of my parkour now?
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, it was kind of this is where fate really comes into, because we had actually gone to go see Tony Hinchcliffe the night before. So that weekend was mine and like my best friend's birthday
And
weekend.
that's who was sitting next to you, correct? The guy with the
yeah,
beard.
on the other
Yeah.
side. Yeah. So
Right.
you've seen him before. His name's Lunchbox, and so me and him went to go see Tony Hinchcliffe Go ahead.
I think I know him.
You do.
Yeah.
You've met him.
He's been to
You've
a
met him
few
multiple
shows.
times. Yeah.
No, even before that. Like my brother Michael, he had a friend in high school named Lunchbox, and he had a neck beard in Lake Elsinore.
Well,
Is his real name Nick?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay.
I just
So
remembered
his name-
Lunchbox.
his
That's why I was
name-
like,
Your
oh,
old
yeah.
lunchbox.
His name is Nick.
Okay. Hear that, Michael? Yeah, hit me up. Let me know if it's the same person. Yeah.
So, but we had gone to see Tony the night before, and I ended up having a few too many. And I like, as he came out, he would start saying things about, because you saw the whole thing with Puerto Rico, how he got in trouble for saying Puerto Rico's a pile of trash or whatever.
Yeah.
And he would come out, and I just kept saying "fuck Puerto Rico," and I ended up getting kicked out of the show. So I got kicked out
Of a Tony, you got kicked out of a Tony Hinchcliffe
show. Yeah,
That's impressive.
yeah. So as we get kicked out, like I ended up there's a point in time where you see me like shake Tony's hand as I'm leaving, and I actually got to lean into him and go, "Hey man, I'm sorry about last night." And he goes, "What do you mean?" And I just told him, I was like, "I was the fuck Puerto Rico guy from Pachanga." And he goes, "You son of a bitch." But that's all basically I got to say to him, because we had to get off the
A nice
stage.
full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, dude,
I'll
it
remember
was
you.
Yeah.
insane, dude. It was
You-
insane.
Yeah, and you made up for the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then-
I did only say one fuck Puerto Rico while we were
I
at the
told him,
Tony.
like, you get one. That's it. I'm not getting kicked out of the show. You can get kicked out. I'll stay with my seat.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Have you had any Puerto Ricans reach out to you?
No, I mean, I'm Mexican,
I know.
so I can legally say it. We've had a long life battle.
Okay. Now I had to ask before, what got you? So you went to the Tony Hinchcliffe show first, and then how did you come across this show? And like you bought the tickets, and you got to pick your seats. Like how did that go about? Like
So what had happened is her brother texted us, because I follow Adam Ray on social media and everything, and her brother had texted me about the show. He goes, "Hey, do you know he's going to be in San Diego? We're going to get tickets. We're trying to get as close to the front as possible." I was like, okay. So then I just went on and looked, and I saw that they had front row meet and greet. So I just ended up getting mine and her tickets real quick. Well, okay, to be honest, I got mine and Lunchbox's tickets real quick.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Dude, I want to go. My brother's going to go." And then I was like, okay. So then I hopped on, and we got, I ended up getting the last ticket in my row.
Wow.
And it was like 2 or 3 seats away. But we had made friends with everybody on the row, so they just let Lunchbox sit next to us.
Wow, you're a lucky, fortunate guy, because you were hoping that you can make friends to swap
Right?
seats with
The
them.
thing is I'm very charismatic, so I was like, "There's no way I'm not gonna make this happen."
Yeah. I mean, with
And-
a plumber
and, I mean,
background,
there's
you gotta
nothing-
be.
There's nothing a $15 tall can can't fix.
Hey, I've gotten myself out of trouble with a slice of pizza and,
Right.
and alcohol.
You know what I
so-
mean? Then you just,
Yeah.
"Hey man, there's gonna be hot dogs when we leave. I got you."
Well, that's cool. And you enjoyed the show. Like you must have gotten, because I've seen online, you've got a lot of positive feedback from
Yeah.
your set.
Yeah, there's some
killed.
bad.
I have to
killed.
say that it was absolutely just mind-boggling to see under pressure to be able to follow Raffi go up there and remain calm, and like seeing you perform from derbies to
Because
Solaris.
you've truly seen me
Yeah.
from the bottom, from like one of
Yeah.
my, I think you saw me do my second show and then to now, so I mean, it was, like I said, it wasn't planned or expected. It's not like we went in like, okay, I'm going to do this joke. I had no idea I was going to get called up.
Right.
And it was surreal. I'm still living on that high.
Yeah. Cool as a cucumber. You were like so smooth and like so well
Thank
spoken,
you.
and it was like very, very professional.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
very
you.
well done.
I think the coolest part was the fact that you were able to go up after Raffi.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no pressure.
no
Yeah.
pressure, but, and then he just kind of like stole it.
I've
I just
never
enjoyed the
felt-
process of it.
I have
in
never
general.
felt more comfortable on stage. And
Dang.
I am always like such a nervous bird on stage.
Yeah.
And
Do you think Raffi being up there kind of helped? a
Oh,
little?
definitely,
Okay.
100%. You know, but it was neat.
The stars aligned. It was perfect. I have always said to comics that, and the biggest room I've ever done was like Aces or the Improv, and that's 300-400 people. You're doing that's like the
3,000.
Balboa Theater, right?
Yeah.
Like three.
No, it was. I think it was the Civic.
Oh, the Civic.
Civic.
Because it was like three stories of seating. Like that was the biggest room.
Yeah,
I've
there was.
That's incredible.
I think there was 2,700 people there.
Yeah, the more people there are, the better chance of, I call it laugh ratio. So
Yeah.
you're gonna do.
Well,
I
people
like
are there
performing
to
for
laugh, too.
right. So you had a fire audience with everybody's there to have a good time. Yeah, the perfect. I mean, it's great. So
Yeah.
like a lot of people would be, oh, I'm so scared to perform in front of so many people, but everybody was really welcoming. It's different if you went to like some sort of like library function event, and then you had to do 60 seconds of comedy. That'd be horrible, right?
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. Like I've done like derbies, right? Like I could say derbies. That show, people come there to laugh, and it's. I've never had a bad set at the derby show. This, man, I can't even tell you how that felt, because like even at one point you see, I don't even know if they were like chanting at me or just chanting that there was a piece of fucking paper flying behind me, but I just soaked it in, man, because I was like, dude, you're cheering and I'm standing here, dude, so I'm gonna fucking take this in.
Well, your name was dropped a million times by both of them, so like everyone got to know Raffi's name very well.
Yeah.
And the two of you, Raffi and Maddie, and like it was a magical moment.
It was a power couple moment.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I have to call
after
it.
I think
power couple
100%.
for sure.
And I think that is like such a beautiful thing to
Yeah.
have like a partner in crime.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So much more power to you guys.
Did
Yeah,
you? Oh, go
The
on.
crazy part is that she only started doing comedy because I would ask her, hey, what do you think about this joke? What do you think about this joke? And then she just was like, dude, I don't feel right critiquing your comedy if I've never been on stage. I'm going to go. She literally wrote jokes one Monday or Tuesday.
Derbies.
Yeah, one Tuesday. And she's like, I'm going to go up and I'm going to try it. And I think you did
Like
2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
She did 2 minutes and then fucking ran off stage, went outside, puked, cried, and smoked.
Felt every emotion possible.
Oh shit.
That's all right. Yeah, it's nerve wracking.
It's still terrifying.
Yeah.
But
now you got a taste of like
Yeah.
what Bruce Jingles told me, it was a white hot is when you're killing it, and it's just that amount of, you're a star.
Yeah.
And like there's so much love when there's that big of a room. Oh, and you get addicted. Now you want to do it all the time.
Well, and I think the cool feeling that I've been like really, going over is like that wasn't a peak. That was just a taste, like that wasn't just like, okay, that's as best as we're gonna get. Like I feel like there's just so much more gonna come after this, and that's what makes it really exciting.
It's a good credit
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
for your resume.
Yeah, you guys, I think I said it last time on episode 23 about both of you doing like a couples duet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do
I
something.
think we're gonna be doing something at Derby's here.
Cool.
Pretty soon. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it should be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, especially now that they're. I think Justin is starting to do, because so we did the open mic on Tuesday, and at the end of it, because me and you know how me and Hector go back and forth all the time. So me and Hector kept going back and forth, and he goes, "Do you guys want to do a roast battle?" So we just kind of went up there and kind of roasted each other.
You and Hector?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a
Would've
little
loved
fun.
to see that.
Me too.
The mess.
Why didn't you record it, Raffi?
Well, I didn't
Yeah, you
have-
record everything.
I didn't have anybody. She wasn't there. She was working, and that's why I get to record everything, honestly, because she usually just always records me, and I never record her.
I'd be like, we went out to Apple Valley. I had such
yeah.
a good.
Well, let me mind
great
you, I
set.
also had a sprained ankle.
He had a loose vagina on the floor. He was fine. So I don't know what his ankle had to do with holding a phone, but I had such a great set
I
out
was
there.
in pain.
And I got off and I was like, man, I did so good. I'm like, you recorded me, right? And he's all, Oh, I thought she was doing it. I'm like, motherfucker.
I did. Yeah, it was like 'cause
That
her
was so fucked
no,
up.
but her
Especially
best-
when she records you.
But her
Every time,
best
no
friend was
question.
there. So that's what I assumed. Like she was
Never
recording.
assume.
Never assume.
Never
Better
assume.
have 2 videos than none.
Sorry.
Nope.
Sorry.
3 against
but
1, Raffi.
Yep. That's. I mean,
You always go above and
Never
beyond
assume. Yeah.
because she'll go above and beyond
did
for
we
you.
just meet? I do the bare minimum even at work.
I don't want to know.
Right.
I do the plumbing here sometimes.
Now,
That's why we have no water pressure.
Like, that makes
no,
sense.
that's right.
Just the drains. Just
Every-
the
Every
drains.
Every
time,
time- yeah,
every time the plumbers come, like we have less and less pressure here.
No, I'm gonna. Yeah, next time it gets cold in the shower, I'll be like, "Damn it, Raffi, Raffi."
Okay, that one's not us.
Yeah. Now I have to ask. So after being in that show in San Diego, at the Civic Center, like you guys were probably on cloud 9. Did you go out and celebrate? You guys go out, like hit the town, like gas
went
lamp.
home.
You went home?
We're so
How late
old.
was it?
Must have been pretty late.
Dude, yeah, I think we got out of there at like 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
shit.
late.
Okay, never
'Cause
mind.
we stood
Yeah.
in line for the meet and greet for like 2 hours, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Because we wanted to be the last ones. We're like, we want to be
So
the
we
last
just
ones
let
to talk to
everybody
him.
keep
So we're like,
going.
go ahead, go in front of us. So that's why we were out so late. So, because we thought about it, I was like, I'm ready for bed. I am at 8 o'clock.
But
for
it was, I
breakfast.
mean,
Same.
even
Same.
everybody at the meet and greet, because we were at the very back. So it was like anybody walking and leaving was like, Raffi, Maddie, what up? I mean, it was
That's
insane.
so cool.
There's one part where because my buddy Lunchbox was with her. I was in the bathroom, and they were like, "Dude, you guys did so great." So they even thought that Lunchbox was me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
He's like,
cool.
yeah, thanks. You know?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I did pretty good up there, you know. That's cool.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool.
All right. Yeah. So with the meet and greet, how did that go? Like they must, because you met both of them. Like
No,
or who did you meet? Because there was Whitney and Adam.
We just met Adam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whitney, I think Tony had left right after
after.
his set, and then Whitney lives in LA, so she probably just drove
Split,
home right
yeah.
after. And
Same
but
with
yeah, it was
Adam.
just Adam, and then we also got to talk to. Do you see the guy with the pink hair? I can't.
Oh,
remember.
Jeremiah Watkins.
Yes,
Oh,
Jeremiah
yeah,
Watkins.
He's
pink
my
hair?
favorite.
Yes, we got
I
to
love-
hang
That
out
guy
with
steals
him.
the show all the
he's so
time.
Yeah,
cool.
we got to
So
hang out
good.
with him and actually talk to him for. I mean, I talked to him for about a half hour, I would say.
Cool.
He told us, take the clips, take the credits, and just keep doing it, man. You guys are funny. So
That's cool.
it was way cool.
That's awesome.
That's so encouraging.
Yeah.
God dang.
Yeah, Jeremiah Watkins. I first saw him when he was part of the hype crew for the roast battles with Frank Castillo. When he was running that, Jeremiah would come out and do a hype kind of thing between jokes. It was super funny, and then he started playing the sax on stage when they started doing Kill Tony and all that, and then now it's turned into him walking out as a giant pie and getting railed by what's his face from
Oh, yeah.
American Pie. Yeah, Jason Briggs, dude. It was so funny. But,
That one set that Jeremiah did when it was just him on stage, we saw where he had a German accent. It was so good. He was making he wasn't
authentic?
making- it was so authentic. It was so authentic.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys took after that. It was you're exhausted. And you drive all the way back home, and then you wake
Can
up
you
the next
sleep?
day, and you're
Did you
like,
sleep at all?
Oh, it just my heart would not stop racing. It was just I don't do drugs, but I imagine that's what drugs fucking feel like, dude.
I mean, I ended up drinking so much on the way home that I passed out.
He did, yeah.
a bunch of water. Gotcha. Yeah, while driving.
I
yeah.
was driving.
Water.
Yeah,
I was driving.
Yeah, I don't drink and drive. She drives, I drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we drink and drive. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Take it.
Yeah. You were in the bed of the truck. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yep,
Back
yep,
there.
yep.
I was on the show. Yeah. Oh, that's so much fun. So, do you guys have any plans coming up with shows or other than derbies coming up? Anything?
We have an Apple Valley show, I think, on April. I can't remember if it's the 18th or the 25th.
Okay.
No, I think the 18th was the roast battle.
So we have a show on the
it's
25th in Apple Valley. And then I had also got asked to do a show at the Yellow Door, but it's getting moved, so I don't have a date for that yet. But that was really exciting.
Yeah, that's
it was
awesome.
And it was
I saw that interview.
Yeah. So from Exposure, so that was really awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been cool.
So they hit you up wanting to interview you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. For National
amazing.
Lampoon's Yellow Door.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So
That's
pretty neat.
awesome. Man, you guys are it's so much fun to watch. Like,
How do you do that, Raffi?
I swear he'd be the best gay man.
how so?
He can open his throat.
Oh, yeah.
And it just goes down.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's
Yeah.
a gift and a curse.
That's-
I always feel like I could kick Shane Gillis's ass at drinking Bud Lights.
I would pay $100 to see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really think I could.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
And there's but the difference, I feel like the difference is because I smoke pot.
Mm-hmm.
So like he doesn't. Well, at least not while he's like drinking. So it's where I feel like I get the upper hand. If I'm not smoking, dude, I can drink 1,000 beers.
But when you do smoke, you drink 900 beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only
Oh,
drink
less.
900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you give him one
crossfade
shot,
is serious.
If you give him one
yeah.
shot, he's done.
No
just
shots.
one. Just one.
No,
Yeah.
no hard alcohol
Yeah,
for me.
one shot is like how many Bud Lights?
One.
I mean, no. If you have a shot of liquor,
One shot
that's
is like 2
equivalent
Bud
to like,
Lights.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
no
Probably.
way.
We'll say 2 Bud Lights.
Well, yeah, if it's like what 40 proof,
Yeah.
depending on what it is, but 40 proof and it's what 1 ounce, an ounce.
Compared to a Bud Light.
Oh, yeah, those are only like
I think
They
even
say
if you give him,
so they say 1 shot is equivalent to 1 beer is equivalent to 1 glass of wine.
right?
Mhm. yeah,
But
technically.
we're talking about Bud Light here, so
Right.
we got to go pussy with it. So it's
Yeah.
like 1 Bud Light is equivalent to
One
3
peach
Bud
schnapps.
Lights is equivalent
To
to
one shot.
a fucking what's that? No. What's a booze farnum?
what?
Who's
What
Farnham?
the hell?
No,
oh, Boone's Farm.
Yeah,
Okay.
What's a Boone's Farnham?
I don't. I was like, huh? I was
Yeah.
Sorry,
Is that
dude.
a-
That
hard.
shit.
Is that a
shit's-
sex
ooh.
move? What is it?
Booze Farm.
Farnham?
Well, what's that? What's the other one? The
Oh, I saw
a
one out
wine
here.
cooler.
Oh, I
A wine
used to love
cooler.
those things.
Box
Before.
wine. Okay.
Hey, no. Box wine is
Box
different.
wine will get
Actually,
you
box
fucked up,
wine
dude.
is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They've won awards.
Yeah,
For
box
box.
wine. Box wine will get you.
I can't tell you which one.
toasty,
Box
But
wine has
bro.
never let me down. So
I want to see like a
I love
black
wine.
box wine. You know, like just that. I don't think they make
black
box-
cherry, black
like
cherry
like
wine.
no, you know how like if something's in
We're
a
just
black
gonna get-
label,
I'm
like
trying
if
to
it's
get you
black.
away from
Dude, I
the
think they
racism.
have a black
No,
box
it's
wine.
like
fruit.
black-
I want to say it's.
You're in there. I'm talking about
there is a black
airplanes,
box
dude.
one.
I'm up
pretty sure
here.
it's a black box.
I'm talking about airplanes.
I'm
a black
blanking on
box.
the
looking
name,
it
but I
up.
can see it in my brain.
You're thinking
I'm
about
looking it up.
black boxes. That's a different.
No,
that's a
I went
porn
with black
genre.
cherries.
That's a
I was like,
different.
look, like
Is
a
it-
black cherry wine.
Is it really?
No, I don't know
Oh,
if it's.
Jesus.
I don't know if it's a
I'm
porn
learning here.
genre.
I'm
guess I'm
learning. I
looking
take
at it, too.
everyone seriously.
Wait, what's a porn genre?
Oh, black
this is
box.
mine.
Yeah, black box is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a black box genre.
Amy's
there.
looking it up right now.
I am.
Her phone's gonna start glitching
Did you
out.
know that there's a search engine called Ecosia? And Ecosia, they actually plant trees,
Oh,
and all your information is completely private.
that's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
This
So
isn't-
it's like,
that.
is it like a Google kind of?
It's Google. It's like a
search
Google,
engine.
but it's not Google. It's just a search engine.
And it's called Ecosia?
Ecosia.
God, I hope Ecosia pitches us $1 for this,
Right?
or plants a tree for our shout out.
Search. Anytime you search, it's like they plant trees.
That's sweet. I
Right?
love that.
Did I?
That's way cooler than Google.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you hear that,
'cause
Google? You need to start planting
They
trees
take
or
all
something.
your info without you
Just
knowing.
kidding. I'm kidding,
Yeah,
Google.
we're on
Don't-
YouTube.
Don't cancel me out, dude. I use Chrome.
Our house is all Google.
Dude, I use Chrome over Safari and I have a fucking iPhone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
get why.
And Chrome has the 666 in the logo.
That's
Have you
hot.
seen that? Yeah. That's a fun little conspiracy
Fun
in
fact.
itself. Yeah. I was noticing that I remember also, Raffi, you were in the comedy competition at our second comedy
Yeah,
fest.
last year.
Yeah.
Got beat out by Tarika.
I know. She
She's
got the
so
gold
funny,
medal.
though,
She's a
dude.
killer.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
Yeah, she's and now like we're rolling out that and Tarika's been using it. For a whole year, if you have that medal, you get 10 minutes of
Ooh,
stage time, and you
that's
never have to
awesome.
pay.
Oh,
So
nice.
for a year,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And then after 2027, she's gonna get charged and cut back down. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, same with
Yep.
Kyle
I knew
Johnson.
it. I knew it.
Oh,
It
does
is
she?
What, the black box?
the black box wine.
Yep.
Yeah. See, there's always
It
the
exists.
yeah. You want any black label like that's like ooh,
I know.
I
It's
need
sexy.
that.
that's sexy.
Very sexy.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just got. I think I got a. Not. I think I got a. It's a 1,000. Was it 1,000 milligrams of THC tincture?
Tincture? What's
Yeah,
that?
it's like
It's
A
very
liquid
condensed.
form.
yes,
Oh.
it's basically like concentrated THC,
Okay.
but they gave me a glass. It basically looks like the Christmas present you would get your fucking drunk uncle. That's like Jack Daniels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it comes with the cup and the
Right.
shot glass and
oh, like
everything.
a nice little set.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, but it's a tincture black label.
Okay. Is that so the tincture, is that what you what is that the gold THC wax that you snap off and melt like
So that's
for
like
dabbing
shatter.
yeah.
That's shatter.
Oh, okay. So
Is
this
that what
is
that's
not the
called?
same thing.
No. This is
Okay.
like a liquid. It's almost like it's,
For like
it-
pins.
It says to take a shot.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
take- you
like
take
it's
it like a
booze
shot.
bottle.
Yeah, just like a 1 ml.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And
All right.
like I was reading the instructions on the back because he didn't tell me that it was in the car, and I had ordered a bottle from one of my bars that I work at. My boss threw it in the back, so I was like, "Oh, I'll go grab my bottle." All excited, I'm like, "This is not Casa Azul." I'm like reading it. I'm like, "How the fuck did he order this? You can't order this from the ABC." Like, and so
we
and
don't have ABCs here.
well, I mean, like ABC distributes like Gate City, but
Oh,
ABC
okay.
law, like you couldn't buy weed from that, So I'm like, what
Totally
the
different
hell?
license.
Yeah. But so he was like, oh yeah, and he's like, that's mine. I'm reading the back. It's all take 1 milliliter drop and then wait 30 minutes. I'm like, that seems terrifying.
Just wait and see.
Yeah.
No. Well, let's move into our KAWspiracy. Yeah. It's hard to talk with this thing in my throat. Well, you're just gonna have to tough it out, buddy. Like,
Ask
I love you very
Raffi.
much,
Might be
but
able
yeah,
to
yeah. This is
might be able to help
Raffi's
you out.
fault.
I can give you some pointers. Just open wide.
Open wide.
Yeah, it's sort of like
Relax.
drinking a tall can. Tall boy? Is that
Tall
what-
boy.
Tall boy.
Tall boys.
It's sort of gay. Okay. Drinking a tall boy. For the KAWspiracy segment for today, we were talking about Star Whackers, as Randy Quaid said it. There's a lot of today, right? Was it today, Gene Hackman? Or
was
Like 2
yesterday.
days ago.
Oh,
Or
2 days
yesterday.
ago.
I mean, technically, like yesterday
week.
morning, I woke up to it, but
Yeah, this week, Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog all were found passed away,
Hopefully that
unfortunately.
dog didn't know Jon Snow. Or
John-
fucking John Wick.
Yeah,
I fucked
John-
that one up. Can we
yeah.
edit that out?
No.
Leave it in.
Yeah, we need that
It's all
organicness
in.
of Raffi. Yeah, Jon Snow. I'm like, yeah,
God
you went
damn
the dog went Game of Thrones. Yeah. The dog came from.
I've actually just started doing the rewatch on Game of Thrones,
Ooh.
dude. So I've been fucking like the night is dark and full of terrors, if you know what I'm saying.
oh yeah, I remember those nights.
Now, back on topic. Yeah. Gene Hackman and his wife and dog were gone, and a lot of people are already speculating. Like, it's okay, it's just the moon. Don't worry about it. The
moon's gone.
The moon's gone.
Just rolled off the earth.
Yeah, that celebrities, like, there's people who believe that there's like contracts, like you sign a contract and you get into the Illuminati or something, and then
Epstein's Island.
oh yeah, and speaking of which, this is for entertainment purposes only. It's just entertainment, folks. We're having a good time. It's just for fun. Don't come after us in Illuminati. But we're wondering what's going on.
Pizzagate.
Yeah. Why you always do it every episode? You always bring up another conspiracy. Jeez, this is why it keeps getting on the show.
Let's focus. I don't have any Adderall for you, dude.
I was just about to say, I'm like, we need to start getting Raffi some like Ritalin or Adderall before the podcast.
Yeah. Every can of Bud Light, it just starts getting a little bit more wobbly on the rails. The Star Whack, Randy Quaid said this like 10 or 15 years ago about how, and people were like, "Oh, you're so crazy, Randy! Like you're just being so silly goose." But then,
he did portray like he the way he did it made him look a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's all how you deliver the news. So,
right.
Yeah, but like, do you guys think that there are contracts where if you start talking too much, they'll come after you?
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think so.
Now, I feel like I'm taking the long way to the top. I'm going around. I don't want to take any shortcuts. So like keeping it organic and just being safe about it. But some people like with P Diddy and all this stuff,
souls.
like whoo-wee, like you go to one of these white parties and things, they videotape everything, and there's all these tunnels in Hollywood and it's crazy. It's so much. It's fun to watch from afar, but it's they say the fiction is always, or truth is stranger than fiction.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have any celebrities that that you think got taken out?
So I've heard
Allegedly
that Diddy had something to do with Biggie getting whacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I heard that, and then also there's my boy Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That was a tough one.
Yep.
That's one that I didn't think.
What? Yeah.
I'm trying to be careful. That's one I didn't think. It makes. Where do I want to go with this? I didn't think. I thought that would actually happen. His outing by himself, along with some other comedians that have done similar things. I mean, people that are in that industry tend to have, mental health issues or depression or what have you. I mean, not like the real world doesn't either, but I didn't suspect Robin Williams. Why would you suspect Robin Williams?
So, to me, and this is just also coming from a comics point of view, but I also have met some comics that, we've all fucking hung out with Zeke, like.
If you guys don't know on the internet, he's a local crazy person.
He's our local crazy.
That goes on
him.
stage.
We love Zeke to death. Okay, we love you, Zeke. Don't fucking
Watch
stab
your
me.
words, sir.
Yeah, you can't speak for all of us. Yeah, I said it, Zeke. That's what's up.
I just don't want to get stabbed. But no, like. I never understand, especially somebody who makes somebody laugh, how it's like, how are you gonna just fucking end it like that? You know what I mean? Like,
you have a family. I mean, your
You have a
daughter's name is
purpose.
Zelda. How cool is that?
That is a dope name.
Right?
Yeah. On two things. Well, two. Sometimes you watch. I like to after something like tragic happens, you'll go back and rewatch their history, and sometimes you'll start seeing like little breadcrumbs. For instance, there's that son, the movie about his son who he's an author. Robin Williams plays a father who his son offs himself, and he while watching pornography, and so Robin Williams' character puts him in the closet to make it look like he did it in the closet and not in front of the computer.
Yeah.
And then he ends up becoming famous with the book. Coincidentally, Robin Williams used a hanging method as well. So it's just a little weird. But then the last thing I saw of Robin Williams was the episode, I think it was a black and white episode wait, I might be wrong. It might be my memory that's black and white, but Louis C.K., Robin Williams was on there, and it was this really heavy, dark episode, and it was very depressing, and Robin Williams was talking about some real doom stuff, and then right after that was the end for Robin Williams. So he sort of like saw it coming in a weird way. So you never know. Like we're just speculating, folks, but when someone's beloved, it's hard to imagine. I mean,
It's called critical thinking. I think that we're just kind of, exercising our brains.
Yeah, it's been a minute, so I think we could talk about it. But yeah, he has, he was in a lot of dark films, and and then years have gone by, and he's also been caught stealing jokes, and that's another unfortunate thing to see. Robin
Wasn't that
Williams
in the beginning toward the beginning of his career?
In his stand-up.
He was like Carlos Mencia before Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
And not that I have anything against you, Carlos. You're one of my favorite comics before Joe Rogan came at you.
Yeah, and he still performs to this day at the Improv, and he does a great job. Yeah, he's a good performer. And his name's Ned. And his name's Ned. And he's Canadian, I think it was. Or German. No, he's German, and he has lots of freckles. And and his name's Ned. That was the whole thing that Joe Rogan was pointing out on his license and all that. And there's a movie with Carlos Mencia where he is very light skinned and he has curly ginger hair.
The beef with Joe Rogan and Carlos were that Carlos was stealing Ari Shaffir's jokes.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just saying, like, on that, when he was like, show everybody your driver's license, like, your name's Ned. It's not even Carlos. And like Carlos was backpedaling and all that. But
I'm pretty sure Mitzi gave him that name, Carlos Mencia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think Mitzi gave him the name.
Yeah, stage names work.
If I recall correctly.
Yeah. I think Raffi is a great, thorough name. You don't need a stage name.
No, like I'm
just speaking out loud.
Well, technically my name is Raphael, but I've always been Raffi. So.
Did you like Raphael the Ninja Turtle?
Well, so Raphael the Ninja Turtle spells it with a PH.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with an F. I'm like
Latin. So you didn't like him because it wasn't spelled the same?
I loved him. Dude, even one of my favorite colors. I was like so torn between him and Michelangelo because I love orange and red. Yeah. But I'm named Raphael. So
can you guess which Ninja Turtle was my favorite just by looking at me?
Leonardo.
Wrong. Just by looking at me. Donatello. I'm wearing a purple fucking ski mask, dude.
I did fuck that one up. Leonardo's blue.
Yeah, I'm like, why Leonardo? Yeah, I'm not. Why? Oh, now I'm offended that you said Leonardo. Out of all the Ninja Turtles, Leonardo,
he's the leader.
So I didn't like him. That guy was a tool.
He's
now
the one
you
with the
expect everyone to
katanas.
read your damn mind?
No, I was.
And now you're angry.
Actually, Leonardo was the more held together one out of all of them.
Yeah, he was the leader. He was the straight. Yeah, he was.
That's why that. So they say that each Ninja Turtle got the weapon assigned to them by Splinter to accommodate their personality. So like with Raphael, he's like the angry one. So that's why they gave him the size, because they're basically just a defense weapon. You can't really hurt anybody with them.
They should have just gave him brass knuckles. That would have been cool. And then the original Ninja Turtles, sorry we're going on this tangent about Ninja Turtles, but they originally had red... Yeah, KAWspiracy. They had red masks, all of them, in the comic books. They were all red masked. And then the 1980s...
Like trash bags over their heads?
No, they just had red.
Oh.
And then in the 1980s, gave them different colors for different characters. But they were all like ninjas originally, and they didn't have the bubbly personality that Michelangelo and all of them had. And in the 80s, like made them more like individualized.
Really? See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a fun little...
That's cool.
Ninja
I didn't know
Turtle
that.
thing.
Yeah, because like I was born in 91,
Okay.
And so I've only known the Ninja Turtles with colors and all that shit.
Yeah. That was the best time. Yeah, the Ninja Turtles. But sorry.
really was.
I
Turtles
also
are dope.
every drink I have, I get a little squirrely too. You know? I'm drinking my Solaris beer this evening, and it's been a crazy week. But yeah. Now to wrap up, so we talked about the Star Whackers and the conspiracies of the Illuminati, and do you think that they're going to head to Texas? Do you think the Illuminati is going to move there? Because I've heard that they're moving to Vegas.
Ooh.
That's where I've heard.
That would
I
make
mean,
sense.
I thought
It's
they
still
were
Sin
already
City.
in Vegas.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I could see
I
that.
mean, think about all the fucking crazy shit that goes on in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. That's a great place to go nuts.
Oh, I love it.
You like Vegas?
I love Vegas.
What's your favorite hotel? Maddie, you go first. What's your favorite hotel?
I like the D
What's that?
on
D.
Fremont.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, I always
Fremont's
hear
nice.
about. I always hear about Fremont.
I love
Fremont's
Fremont.
sick, dude.
I've never been to Fremont.
What?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Fremont, you know what? You walk out of your hotel room, there's a nun, and her titties are down to her knees, and you got a fresh, cold beer that's way cheaper than on the Strip. That's home. That's
Dude,
where
on
I
the
want to
Strip,
be.
everything is so
oh my
crazy.
God. No, you go on
stupid.
Fremont, you can get cheap fucking drinks, and I mean, there's performers, and it's free.
They have concerts.
Yeah. They have
Yeah.
free
Yeah,
concerts all the
Fremont's
time.
awesome.
I love Fremont. And it's not that far of a walk. Like when you're on the Strip, Vegas is set up to be an illusion of how far the walk is. And the architecture has made it so you're like, oh, it's not that far. You start walking and you're like, fuck, I've been walking for 4
Yes.
miles. You know?
Yes,
And
I've done that.
yeah. So that's why I like Fremont. You just keep walking up and down, and you're good to go. And there's always something to see. So
Nice.
Have
Good to know.
Mine's the Mirage. I love the Mirage.
the Mirage. Okay.
Topless pool.
Topless
yeah,
pool.
I do have a topless pool.
I did not know that.
It's awesome.
Do they have like any rides or anything at the topless pool? Like any events?
No, I'm just nobody gets mad at seeing my tits.
Oh. Yeah. Well, that
You
means
don't have to wear
every
a shirt in the pool.
every pool's a topless pool then for you. Yeah, somebody's like offended. They're like, I need to talk to a manager. I have children here, and there's
guy's not
a
wearing a
can see
white
his
shirt
nipples.
in the
Yeah.
pool.
His nipples are pierced.
There's a bearded lady at my kid's pool right now. This bearded lady keeps going to down the child slide, and he's puking in the bush, or she is, or whatever her
Whatever.
pronoun is. That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to perform in Vegas. I haven't done stand up in Vegas.
I haven't either.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be cool.
I hate the fucking heat. I
Me
can't stand
too.
it.
I'm a
Fuck the
grumpy
fucking
bitch.
Fan of the heat.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. The
I'm
heat
gonna
can go
use the
fuck
bathroom
itself.
real quick.
Go, yeah, do your thing. Watch my beer. It's right there.
And I'm gonna grab the sun when I come back too.
You're gonna grab. Oh, that's a moon.
The moon, sun.
Now that he's gone, let's talk about some real
dirty
stuff. No. How long have the two of you been together?
We are coming up on 8 years.
That's a long time.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Okay. Yeah, you got past the what was it? Is it called the 7-year itch? Or
Yeah.
Is that?
I
what
mean,
it
we're
is?
still in the middle of the 7-year itch, but I think I'm gonna itch with him for the rest of my life.
That's why he's got like
honestly.
all these hives
Yeah.
now. He's in
He's
this-
got
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
Thank you.
He's having skin
Hey.
issues.
I love it.
You know, stress.
Yeah.
Stress is a hell of a drug.
He just needs to get married.
Yeah.
Like this guy needs to get married quick. Oh, that's cute. How did he pick you up? Like, did we do? I don't know if we did
I
this
think we
on the
did a
first
little bit of this
episode.
conversation
Who
last time,
picked up
but we can
who?
refresh. Let's refresh.
So I was
I remember Adam Ray talked about this real quick too.
So
But
I was with this guy, and it was like I don't even know why I was still with him. But Raffi and I, he was a family friend, and him and I had became friends. So we were just hanging out all the time. And then I was at his house, and one night he kissed me. I said, "You need to stop because I don't want this to stop." Went home, broke up with my boyfriend at the time, and called him the next day and was like, "So I'm single. What's up?" You know,
Nice.
like.
All right.
And then my one night stand turned into 8 years later. So
Yeah. An 8-year stand,
Yeah.
or is that doesn't make any sense?
it
does
doesn't really make
No,
sense.
it doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
so-
Okay.
yeah. So
We were just
Surprise,
going,
surprise.
Yeah, we were just going over your history, Raffi. We were just trying to
Oh yeah.
get
She
the
roped me
backstory.
in.
he was
Yeah.
supposed to be Mr. Right Now, and he turned into Mr. Right. Hate when that happens.
It's
the
so
messed up
inconvenient.
part is I like everybody would tell me like, dude, she really likes you. You guys should like do something. You should ask her out.
Yeah.
And I just always be like, dude, I don't do ships, bro. I'm no pirate.
And then I told him to shit off the pot, and he's like, "No, okay."
No. At this point now, she's just being coy.
No.
What I
Don't
had
say
sa-
words you can't spell, Raffi.
Oh, ouch.
I've owned a koi fish.
Spell it.
KOY? KHOY.
Is it KOI?
She knows
It's-
you better
Wait,
than
is
you
it-
know
Is
you.
it KOI?
Is it KOI?
KOI.
I got it. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
good.
dude.
Still misspelled it, so
Yeah.
you can't talk about it anymore.
Well, that's it.
Mic drop.
Nice.
But anyways, she
Getting
had
good.
told me, she goes, dude, I really like you. And I was like, dude, I like you too. But, you know, I've had some pretty shitty experiences in dating in my past. So I'd like to just take it slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then
Is that why you kissed her?
she was hot. What can I say?
She
She
is
is
hot.
hot.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
That's cool.
I
No,
don't know if that was
she's the so one awesome thing. Like I could have had 1,000 different girlfriends that weren't named Maddie, but the one thing about this one is that she actually pushed me to get back into comedy. Most anybody I ever dated before was just like, that's just a pipe dream, whatever, dude. Like she literally has always supported me and stood behind me on my pipe
Stand-up.
dream.
Yeah. She stood behind you on the stand up, and now she's standing with you in
With
the
the
stand
pipe.
up.
Now
Yeah.
she's
with the
now
pipe.
she's now
Yeah.
she's doing better than me in the stand up.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
we make
yeah.
each other better.
Yeah, exactly.
true.
That's true.
That is, yeah.
And two is better
Yeah.
than one.
That's right. Yeah. Amy's
'Cause
like
one
my
plus one is two.
Amy's like my ghost writer in a
Yeah.
way. Yeah, I run her. And it's fun. Sometimes there's been times where like I'll run something by her. She's like, "Don't do that." Don't do
Same,
that.
yeah.
Then I'll go and do it, and she's like, "Hey, you did. That was
Okay.
good. That was good." I don't know, like, but it's different when you tell somebody versus perform it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't perform.
Because when he reads anything, and you should have him read something to you any time of
Yes.
day. When he reads something, it's like a kindergartner trying to read, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. I don't even have the patience. Like
I
I
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow me on game streaming night. Yeah, on Silent Hill, I do a lot of reading on there.
But you know what? I have to say, like, there's one thing that I don't like about myself. It is my patience.
Yeah.
And he definitely teaches me patience. So our relationship is very back and forth, which is like that perfect balance.
Yeah, same.
I learn a lot. He learns a lot, you know.
Yeah.
I feel fortunate in the comedy world and having somebody to go through it with. Like, I think about people that are, you know, single and they don't have like families that support their comedy career, and I'm like, fuck, I always have him
Or
to
like
help me out with
Yeah.
like comedy, which is super cool. You know,
Yeah.
even just being a girl in the comedy world trying to do it, and it's like you have all these guys like, yeah, let's write together, and it's like they don't want to write with you, dude. Like
No, they don't.
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
least-
no, what do you mean?
well,
I'm
it's like-
surprised, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, you should know better.
no, it's like the thing is they're not after trying to help her with comedy, they're after trying to fuck her.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just I mean, you're a man. As a man, that's just a single man. That's just what you're after. You know what I mean? Single man, single woman. She's doing comedy. You're doing comedy. You guys got two things. It's like, oh, let's try to write together and see where this fucking leads. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think that's always the case, but yeah.
I mean, the
time.
majority of the time. We'll say 9 out of 10 times.
Okay,
I know. I want to agree with you because that's how I feel, but I'm like, dude, I sing too much
Yeah.
and I hear too much, and so I agree with Raffi. So I get it.
I know. It's just I would
Yeah,
like
I
for
know.
it to not be like that.
Same.
I think that's why I don't want to agree.
yeah. No,
So.
agree.
Well, I mean, that's why I like. Whenever, even last we went and did the Jazzy last night, and
Jazzy Wishbone.
yeah. And there was this. She was just an audience member. She wasn't a comic or anything, but she was by herself. And next thing you know, she's surrounded by
Male comics.
not male comics,
Just
but
males.
Marines.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's Oceanside.
Yeah.
God.
Then I
Yeah.
felt
So
so
then-
bad every time she got up to leave. She's like, "Will you please watch my drink? Like, put
Yeah,
it in
dude.
between us."
Right.
Like,
That
I'm
was
like,
very
yeah,
smart of her.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm just sitting there like, dude, could you imagine like just being? I
Hot?
could never imagine
Being
being
hot?
a girl.
No, she's gorgeous.
She was very pretty, and but I could just never imagine being a girl like in that type of situation where you're just like people are just constantly
Came
trying
by
to.
herself to watch some comedy, and then there's like 10 Marines sitting at her table, and she's
And they're like, yo, what's up, girl? And you're
Yeah.
just like,
They're like
dude.
those they're like those seagulls from Finding Nemo, right? Mine. They're just after her.
I'm just so disgusted because it
It's-
totally
yeah.
makes sense because my ex-husband was a Marine and we
Yeah.
lived on base, and so I got to know some people and heard so many
horror stories.
And dude, if one of those motherfuckers gets in trouble or does anything, woo,
I was just telling him that last night too.
they get fucked.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and that
And they're so stupid. They're all fucking stupid, especially the boots. They're just stupid.
Yeah.
dude, yeah, there were. I mean, I gotta say, the oldest one in the group must have been 23 years old, and we're sitting there like, dude, you guys are clearly high right now,
Oh,
because
that's a no-no.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like you're not.
They get
even,
drug
you're
tested
not
randomly
even,
all the
you're not
time.
even like We're trying to do the show, and they are giggling like high
Amongst
school
themselves. Like, not about
girls.
the comics, amongst themselves.
Yeah. And you're just like, yo, I literally kept talking about, I was like, yo, how many fucking mushrooms did you guys eat tonight? Because I've eaten mushrooms and I can't hold a giggle. And that I'm a grown man with a mustache. I was like, you barely got a mustache, dude.
I do want to state that the Jazzy Wishbone was a great spot to perform,
was
not
so
judging
much
the
fun.
venue at all.
Oh, yeah. No, for
Loved
sure.
it. I hope
I've never done the back room where they're doing it now,
Yeah.
like that
there two
grassy
rooms?
area.
I
Well, there
don't
used to be the front room, and
it's
then it was
really
too small. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we walked in and we had never been there. and
Everyone's
it's just,
smelling each other's ass.
It's just narrow. It's just, it's a
One
hallway.
bathroom.
Yeah, one bathroom. Yeah.
They had vegan food there. Remember, I ate
yeah, the
there and they
pizza-
had the vegan
Yeah,
food there.
pizza was
too.
really good. Yeah, I mean, we loved it. I think we're gonna go back next Thursday. Put our
It's
names in
fun.
the hat on Wednesday.
That's a great room. I
Yeah,
love it.
It's a lot of fun.
I was there like I had like I was barking people in by having bubbles. I had bubbles on the street.
Why are you the
No.
perfect person for that?
You know, like I don't
it
care.
goes with his personality.
Look at me.
Like, yeah. People are like, all right. I'm like, comedy.
You know what I imagine? I imagine him just like gracefully.
I was totally into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I jumped up on a chair and I was doing because it was one of those big ones, so you had to catch some wind
Oh,
and you could
good.
get
Yeah.
the real big bubbles.
Yeah.
Just had a run.
Frolicking.
See? That was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
That's exactly how I imagined
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you got to put your pinky out for the bubbles. You don't want to pop anything.
It's like Ace Ventura in the first like in the first Pet Detective when he's got the tutu on
Oh,
and he's
God.
doing the football thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know who's more horny than the Marines are Space Force. Those are the
Did you
nerdy
say
ones.
Space
Yeah,
Force?
the
Yeah, Space Force, they want to get down. They're on the internet 24/7. Yeah. If I ever go to a comedy show and it's just like Space Force in the house, dick jokes all night. And that's what we're going to be
There was
doing.
a dude there last night who looked like honestly looked like the spitting image of the butler from Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds. Oh,
I
yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his? I can't
He's got
remember
the
his name.
curly hair and it's black, right? Or no, he was in a bunch of Adam Sandler
he's
movies.
in all kinds of
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. He
Right.
plays Jesus in The Big Lebowski.
Right.
So-
No one fucks with the Jesus.
God,
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, dude, he's such a fucking good actor. But
Fucking
this
love
dude
him.
looked identical to him, and apparently he's like he's been coming to the Jazzy Wishbone and like supporting comedy for like 10 plus years
That's
or
cool.
whatever.
Yeah.
And he finally got on stage last night for the first time.
Oh, shit.
But before he got on stage, somebody was talking about sheepskin condoms, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, they're fucking awesome." And then Kyle, the host, looks over and goes, "This guy fucks."
Well, yeah. Very obvious statement. Yeah. I hope so. Yeah. It'd be weird if a virgin was like,
Those are great.
yeah, sheepskin. What about the lambskin? Am I right?
Well, I think that's what they were talking about. Not
The
sheepskin, but
lamb.
lambskin.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a sheep and a lamb, honestly?
Lambs are
Innocence?
babies.
I don't know. Yeah, baby. Yeah, innocence. Yeah, yeah, babies.
So it's kind of like veal and a cow?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking A, dude.
More wrinkles for the brain, baby.
Yeah, fucking, you learned something today.
Pour more Bud Light on it. Yeah. Yeah, I just imagine like Raffi's brain is like a river runs through it, but it's just beer like going
You don't
through
wanna
the
know
wrinkles.
What goes on inside my fucking brain, bro. We were driving up to Hemet, and you ever been to that museum up there?
No.
So they have like
Anytime there's a museum up on a hill, I think of like Frankenstein. Like that's some scary shit. Like
That's exactly
well, it's
what I
not
want.
on a hill.
Or
It's
Psycho.
like right off of Dominigoni and State Street, like right there.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know there was a hill there.
they have like mammoths and shit there. Like it's all fucking.
is this the water filtration place? There's like that, where there's a water park and there's a water filtration museum and it's like white and like
maybe
It looks
don't know,
like
but they have, like,
Scientology building.
They have like saber-toothed tigers and shit,
Okay.
like on their poster.
okay.
So as we're driving by it, I just look at her and go, "Yo, how the fuck do saber-toothed tigers eat?"
Mind you, we haven't spoken for 30 minutes. The radio's off. It's 5 in the morning.
Oh, you guys are fighting.
No, it's 5 in the
okay.
fucking morning. And we're
She
driving.
was driving me to work.
And not one word was spoken. And that's the first thing that comes out of his mouth in
It
the
was
morning.
like, how
and
the
I'm
fuck did saber-toothed tigers eat? And she goes, "What?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, they
Write
had
it
the-
down.
They had the fucking teeth
Yeah.
that like covered their mouth,
It
and
doesn't make
they
any
weren't
sense.
known to have like a wide jaw, like
I
a.
think they had the baby teeth.
So I was wondering if they ate like. Do you ever see that SpongeBob episode when he wasn't trying to eat the hamburger, but they made him take a bite of the rotten burger, so his like lips come out,
Yeah.
and then he just takes a bite.
Yeah.
That's how I thought they
So
ate.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Well, Ren and Stimpy artists went to SpongeBob.
That's
Yeah. They're the
that
same
makes sense.
creators.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things. Like I like how your brain works, where it's so contrast of you were talking about science and like the saber-toothed tiger, and then SpongeBob is the explanation to all of it. Like I love
and
the polarity.
He wakes up and idles at 80. And he's waking up at 4 in the morning asking me these questions.
Ew.
And I'm like,
Ew.
I
I wake up at 5:30
Yeah.
and I'm done. I like it takes me a while. Like I'm more of a morning person because I go to bed at like 9.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like in bed. I'm done. And then I wake up at 5:30, but it still takes me like a minute to just like
to wake up.
1 minute. That's
don't
amazing.
even
Yeah.
don't
that's-
even.
No,
I'm gonna
it's
be a
amazing that she can
cranky
do
ass
that.
bitch.
Yeah, she can get up in 1 minute.
Yeah.
It takes me an hour to get up.
Yeah, he can't even
I
get
can't
his
even
ass
move.
up. He
Yeah.
stays in
Dude.
bed for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I for some reason I mean I could stay in bed all day.
Yeah,
Don't
that'd
get
be
me
great.
wrong.
Yeah.
I could stay in bed all day. I could sleep. I can nap all day. But for some reason, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, my brain starts going.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just that, dude. That's when I come up with some of my best bits. Is I just wake up at like 4:30, just thinking.
Yeah, last episode, Richard, shout out to Richard.
Yeah.
He was saying 3
Richard
a.m.
Zuniga.
3 a.m., the witch's hour, the quietest time, your frequency, you hook in, and the imagination is like
did that
close to the dream realm. And
Yeah.
you're so like when it's the quietest time in night is the best time to write.
I had some weird, like last night, I had a dream about Elon Musk. It was just fucking weird. Like I have like these specific, like the night before that was Jack, my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
They're there, and it's always my dreams lately, especially ever since things have happened. But like, it's so dark, it's so bleak, it's so disturbing. You can feel it. It's thick. You can breathe it in. Is this just very uncomfortable? And Elon Musk was there, and I remember in the back of my head because there's this woman that was on TikTok that was talking about how Elon and knowing what was her name, his ex that had
Grimes?
yeah, from Grimes saying that Elon has a
Oh yeah, he has a prosthetic like attachment. Or he had his Johnson
thing
enhanced.
Okay.
but it went wrong.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a botched.
Yeah.
So that's why he's doing like IEF or
dick
whaver.
job?
Yeah. So he's doing. Is it called IMF?
IF,
No. Yeah.
IFV.
So did you see his
Shit.
botched dick in your
No, I just knew about it.
Yeah.
It was
Her
just
brain
weird.
pieced it
I'm like,
together.
if that ever happens, I need to know.
I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. I just had to, it was just. I
a
think that
nightmare.
happened at 3
Sounds like a
a.m.
nightmare.
Roll up to Elon Musk in your dreams like, is it really botched? Come on, dog. Let me see it. Just one peek. I won't tell anybody.
Yeah. That's how he has all these moms. Like, yeah, they're all curious.
I'll
They're
tell
all
you right
curious.
now, if I ever meet Elon Musk, I will ask him about his botched dick.
Oh my god!
I'm sure he'll welcome it too.
Oh, boy.
Fuck yeah. I'll be like, dude, come on. Well, you can show me inside your Cybertruck.
Yeah. I heard somebody. I don't want to take credit for this, but somebody else said like they called it like a elongated musk or something.
I
Elongated tusk or something like that.
So
Dick
good.
joke or whatever based on it, but.
Cheesy but good.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up there. I think this was so much fun, you guys, and we're so proud of you. We were
my
cheering for you when we
God.
watched it on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
by
epic.
ourselves over there where their TV is. Just
I love it. Thank
Stand
you.
up.
Yeah,
Standing
super
ovation.
cool. We hope the best for both of you and all the shows coming up down the pipeline and in the future. And we look forward to seeing you again at Solaris and the Comedy Fest. Where can everybody find either of you online? If you want anybody to find you, where can they find you online?
Oops_wrong_Maddie on Instagram.
Okay, Instagram.
And then you can find me at Raffi Becerra on Facebook or Raffi00420 on Instagram.
Okay, Instagram, Facebook. So both Meta. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Mike Zuckerberg's is loving this.
I'm on TikTok too.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just got back on because
All
I
right.
fucked up and deleted it.
Well, yeah. And Meta runs it now anyways, so there you go.
There was literally a thing on it that said, "Don't worry, we're gonna fix this," and
But
he
I don't
deletes the
read.
whole app.
Yeah.
And then the next day when it was fine, he's all, "I can't get my TikTok back." I'm like, "Well, maybe you should read the fine print." Like,
That's right.
that wasn't that fine.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that's
then,
okay.
Not much of a reader. Reading gets you into trouble.
yeah, we figured that out earlier. Yeah,
For some.
Yeah.
For some.
I'm right there with you, man.
Other one,
Like, yeah.
other people
Well,
get
yeah.
smarter.
Yeah. These are the readers. We're not the readers. Yeah.
We're the listeners.
Yeah, we're the listeners.
Oh,
Those
is
are
that what you're
good
calling
husbands.
yourself?
See,
Really?
that's
Bro,
what makes
I
a good
listen
husband.
So good.
Yeah, he's a great listener, right? Selective or yeah, okay,
Yeah. We'll just say yeah.
yeah. I'm a delusional listener, so like I listen, I
Yeah, and he
hear,
makes up stuff
and I
that
makes-
I didn't say.
and then she'll say,
my
Amy,
God.
and
It's
Amy will be
crazy.
like,
And then
you
it makes
just
me
make
feel like
shit
I'm
up. You're just
psychotic.
making it
Yes.
up. I'm like. No, but that's what is real, though. Like, you know, I didn't
is
make it. I
my
didn't
reality.
choose. Yeah, making it up to me is when I choose what I want to be in what comes out.
And then
I
my
choose
heart
it.
starts beating really fast.
But-
and I'm like, okay, Amy, put your hands behind your back because you know you're going to slap him right in the face.
Yeah.
You get hit too.
Well, dude, ski masks are great protection. This is. You think I wore this for the show? Yeah. Anyways, and then Amy, where can anything new you want to put out there find you?
No, I mean, I'm typically on the IG under Shades of Despair, and then Amy Elizabeth on TikTok. I've been doing a lot of TikToks lately since a lot of things have happened, and I'm just trying to get comfortable with just, you know, camera
doing a great
on
job.
my nose, camera on my face, and it's been good. It's been very healthy, and it's actually helped me grow a lot.
That's awesome.
From the inside out. So
Yeah.
Congratulations.
thanks.
And then I'm the same. Yeah, I'm on everything except Snapchat. I can't really handle. And then X, I'm not really on there. Haven't really gained any
Bro, it's
traction on
tough
there.
to get on X, honestly.
Yeah, I've been on there, but I just can't. I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like I'm just shooting into the void. Oh, I have to tell you though, on Threads. Oh my God, I something happened to me personally on Threads, and if you can go online and double check on Threads recently. There's something wrong with my account where I I went on Threads and I wrote, I wanted to make a poll for Threads offers polls, voting polls. So I just wrote, red, white, and blue land is greater than Greenland. And then I put yes, no, or no man's land. I just put an option, and then I went to bed. Next morning, I wake up, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder how my poll did. And I go on there, and I check, and in Threads glitched out, removed it from a poll, and just put it as a statement, and then did it for infinity. Just red, white, and blue land is greater than Greenland 1,000,000 times. It goes forever and ever.
Attention, Mark Zuckerberg. Attention, Mark Zuckerberg. Get your fucking shit together.
So then I went on the help center.
Dude, stop fucking doing so much jujitsu, you pussy. I'm just kidding.
So then
Get out of Elon's ass.
Yeah. So then I went to the help center and I tried to send them a message and I press submit. And then it wouldn't submit. It just kicked me out, and like it was like I didn't do anything. And I got mad, and I wrote like, "Hey, help center, please help me. Look what's happening. I'm glitching out here. Like I'm looking like a crazy person. Like help me." And then it started, and I put, it's turned it into spam, and I put a spam GIF, and it did that 1,000,000 times. So now it's just like layers of just infinite.
Put mag on.
Yeah, and so then I
wouldn't do that.
So finally, I wrote like I put middle fingers. I was like, "Hey, Threads account, fuck you," and like fix this shit, you know. And then did that 1,000,000 times.
Oh, that's I would have done that.
Actually, no.
And I logged off and I tried
Maha. What's that? The Maha, Make America Healthy Again. That one's something to stand behind.
Follow everybody. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this whole conversation. And I'll be clipping and putting everything out. And I'm catching up on all the old clips. And we had that one with you with the Spanish one, and that was a lot of fun.
When you were forcing me to do a Spanish set.
Yeah. The only thing was the fire didn't show up, but you can hear the fire that I added, but the fire didn't show up in your eyes, strangely. But we'll end it there. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next time.
We love you guys so much, dude. Thank you.
Hey, it's KAWmedy Krow here. Thanks for watching that whole episode. That was a lot of fun. Pretty weird stuff. We got more stuff for you if you click all these other links. Check them out. It's really neat. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Bye.